I know you suffer. You don't have any time to read books. Reading is so time-consuming and takes a lot of efforts. You might have tried speed reading and trained your eyes to move fast, but after you finish reading the book, you realize that you didn't understand anything. Well, if that's you, you're in the right place. In this video, you will learn how you can literally read a book in 30 minutes and understand all the things you need from that book. That's right, in 30 minutes. I guarantee you that there's absolutely no BS inside. This video is the ultimate book summary from Eiji Saito, who has built up a reading method successfully used in many excellent corporations. Just before we dive into it, if you're new to this channel, I make book summaries of Japanese business and self-development books, and I'm passionate to spread the great wisdom to the world, so if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Okay, first of all, what's the purpose of reading books? To read faster and brag about how many books you read? No, it's to gain knowledge, to think and be able to decide better, to understand what you didn't know and discover what you need in life, to learn more ideas and how to communicate better with other people. Reading is a legacy for all human beings and one of the crucial habits to become a successful person. Now I know you all know this and that's why you're listening, but reading books takes a lot of time and effort. We all have busy lives and nobody's fortunate enough to spend as much time as they want reading books. Well, even if you do, if you shorten the time you spend reading, you can do so many other things in life worthwhile. Now again, don't get me wrong, the goal of reading isn't to read faster. It's not. If you don't attain the knowledge you want from the book, it doesn't make any sense if you can read it tremendously fast. That's the dumbest thing in the world. And we're not going to talk about training your eyes to read faster either. If it works for you, keep on doing it, but it never worked for me. The reading method I'm going to introduce here is to be able to gain the knowledge you need in the least amount of time and in the most efficient way. In order to describe this method, imagine a busy king. That's right, a king. A king can decide who he meets and how many time he spends with whom. The mighty king never has to adjust his time to the servants. The servants has to come to the king at the appointed time and provide the necessary information within the given time. If you can build up a relationship with a book just like a king has with a servant, your life will change dramatically. First of all, you need to know your purpose on why you want to read that book. What kind of knowledge you want to obtain from that book. How would you use that knowledge? In order to answer this, you might need a bigger picture. What is your goal in life? What do you value? Okay, this might not be clear for everyone, but what I want to say here is that you need to be proactive when reading. You're the boss, not the book. You need to carefully select which book to read. What is important for you? What interests you? You need to decide how many minutes you're going to spend reading that book. This is extremely important. If you let the book decide and be the pacemaker, that would mean the servant is absorbing the king's time. The servants will talk what they want, which might not be important or interesting to you. And that's a waste of time. You have to decide which part of the book contains the important information and which part doesn't. Here's the 3 steps on how to read a book in 30 minutes. 1. 5 minutes of preview. 2. 5 minutes of photo reading. 3. 20 minutes of skimming. You need to commit that you will take only 30 minutes for any book you read for the first time. Never waste over 30 minutes of your precious time on reading a book that isn't really important or interesting to you. Let me explain the 3 steps in detail. Preview is the part of looking at the big picture, like seeing the whole forest. In 5 minutes, pick up the book and check how it looks like, the structure, what seems to be important. Here you need to build up your strategy on what kind of information you want to get from that book. Which part of the book looks interesting to you? Take a look at the contents, charts, pictures, illustrations. Read the introduction and postscript. 2 types of keywords will gradually pop up. One type of keywords are what the author is trying to appeal to you, the keywords that are repeatedly used or in the index. The second keywords are your own keywords, the keywords that you're interested in, the one that you want to understand more about. Put a tag or post-it where you feel is important during this preview process. These will be the parts you're going to focus when reading later on. Next step is photo reading. Look through each facing page in 2 seconds and keep on turning the pages until you've finished reading. Imagine that you're taking a picture with your eyes for each facing page. Don't try to read the words, just look at it like a picture image. This photo reading is a popular reading method known by Paul R. Scheele. But stop, I know. Those who never heard of this might think, what kind of weird thing you're talking about? Or I can't believe that this thing will work. Well, to explain it more scientifically, humans are great at capturing things by images. Photo reading is a proven method to capture the words as images and sending it directly to the right brain for comprehension. Actually, the geniuses that have outstanding memory are using this method. Humans are born capable to process everything they see in their brain. But at first, just be like like a robot. Press your eye shutter every 2 seconds and just keep on turning the page. You don't need to try to understand anything or try to find any words intentionally. Just keep on uploading the images from the book directly to your brain. At first, you might not think this is useful, but if you keep on doing this, you will improve. You will be able to start feeling the keywords that the book is appealing to you during this photo reading, or your own keywords might arise subconsciously from deep down inside you. The more you do photo reading, the more knowledge you will pile up in your brain. Before we move to the third step, I would like to make one thing clear. This reading method is not just an emergency exit for those who are busy. It has much more value than that. Reading every single word in the book is trying to get 100% information from that book. But let's hold on a second. Is it really worth it? For example, do you always have to get 100% on your exam? Let's be real. In order to get 100%, how many effort do you have to put in your study? There's a way to measure value, and it's called VE, value engineering. Value equals function divided by cost. For example, in order to obtain 100% of function, you might need 100% of cost, which is time. In this case, the value will be 1. But if you just need to achieve 80% of function, and if you can read the book with 20% of time, what will be the value? It's 4. It means it's 4 times efficient than reading 100%. You know the 80-20 rule, right? It's also known as the Pareto principle. If you apply this rule in reading a book, it would mean if you read 20% of the important part of the whole book, you can attain 80% of the information from that book. In other words, in order to reach 100% of function, you need to spend 80% more time and cost. Obviously, the people that are trying to get 100% function is sacrificing a huge amount of cost. I know some of you may want to reach 100% to seek perfection. You might be thinking books have to be read from the beginning to all the way to the end. That's what I usually thought too. But let's think again. We're all busy and we don't have all the time in the world. Focusing on your purpose and getting the best in the least amount of time is crucial in our modern society. Having said that, let's move on to step number 3. After we finish the first step of preview and second step of photo reading, we should know by now where the needed and important information is lying in the book. Now it's time to go hunting and to get them. The skimming process is like this. Imagine a bird flying over the sea, gliding and looking over the sea surface for signs of fishes. And when finding the target fish, they nosedive into the sea. Just like a bird, you have to look at the book from a bird eye view, and when you found the target keyword, the part that you think is important, slow down and read carefully. If you have already put tags during the preview step, read them first and then go up in the sky again. Repeat this over and over again. Now remember, you only should read the important 20% of the book. You have to abandon the 80%. It wouldn't make sense if you're always flying low and eating the fish just hanging around you. That will be reading like you normally would do when you don't have a clue which part is important. I know that feeling. You might be thinking, what if I missed the very important part of the book? But think of it this way. The sea is huge and you need to go up in the sky to find where the target fish you really want is. If you see a fish deep down in the sea, you might not be able to eat that fish. Some birds can dive deep down into the sea and some can't. Same thing in reading. There are different kinds of books and some might be too difficult for you to understand. That depends on the knowledge you have right now. If you can't understand it, it's not the information for you now. But if you keep on reading using this method, your knowledge will pile up and you will start being able to dive deeper. And you will also find out which kind of information you want more clearly. Once you start mastering this skimming process, reading books will be faster and fun. If you're struggling at skimming, you might be failing in the first preview step, or your purpose of reading the book might be different to the actual content of the book. In that case, rethink of whether you really need to read that book. But again, once your purpose of reading and the book you're reading fits, the skimming process should be fun. As we look through in this video, reading is about inputting knowledge, but we need to separate learning from reading. Learning is about processing and outputting. The ultimate goal of reading is learning. You need to process the knowledge you've obtained in your own creative way. Combine it with other information you have and add value to it. And the important thing is to output in your own words. Without output, information will be just stacked randomly in your head and the knowledge won't live inside you. You need to tell someone about the knowledge you attained, or write a blog or make a video, whatever, in your own words and in your own flavor. That's when knowledge becomes yours. The more precious information you gain from reading books, the more value you will be able to provide to the world. The world we live is full of precious information. The world is not a place where someone keeps the information all to himself. It's a place where people share valuable information to the world, recreating in many variations, circulating endlessly. I believe it's the best entertainment in the world, and wish that one day wisdom and learning will go viral. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, I would appreciate it if you could click the like button. And also, if you're interested in getting inspiration from the great Japanese business and self-development books, just hit the subscribe button on the bottom right corner. Question of the day: how do you read a book? Do you read every single sentence and page? Or do you have your own way of reading fast? Please post your answer in the comment section, because I would really love to hear about it. Are you interested in the history of how rulers brainwashed the people they ruled? If yes, there's another video I made that should pop up above. I personally like these kind of themes, and if you do too, don't forget to check it out. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye.